Hello, welcome to Africa This Month with me, Lanre on Omnira TV. This is where I bring to you selected issues of happenings across the continent. Today, we're discussing issues from Nigeria, Ghana, Sudan, and Cameroon. So, let's go. Early in September, a Nigerian delegate led by the Speaker of House of Representatives met with Ghanaian presidents for a diplomacy dialogue about the ongoing trade tensions between both countries. Before now, Nigerian traders in Ghana had lamented that doing business in the country is becoming more difficult after Ghanaian authorities put in place a $1 million threshold for foreigners willing to invest in the country. Some reports suggest that the Ghanaian government may be trying to get even with Nigeria because Nigeria's border closure also affected businesses in Ghana. However, whether this is about vengeance or not, trade tensions like this would affect businesses in both countries, which will then affect the livelihoods and well-being of thousands of people. If we look back to history in the 1970s and 1980s, relations between Ghana and Nigeria were turbulent until the 1990s when things got better between both countries. Since then, Nigeria has become Ghana's largest trading partner, and both countries are the two leading members of ECOWAS. This is an indication that a feud like this is unnecessary between both countries. I hope that both countries will take cognizance of existing economic agreements and their commitment to regional stability and resolve this issue as soon as possible, as this could seriously affect the future of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Now to my second story, which is from Ethiopia, where the country has decided to complete the partial privatization of Ethiopia, the state-owned telecommunications company, by February 2021. This development is coming 3 weeks after the Ethiopian Communications Authority, the ECA, initially suspended the privatization plans. Now that the reform is back on track, if it is successfully implemented, it will end a decades-long monopoly in the telecommunications sector in that country. You may want to know that only 18 countries in Africa have privatized their telecommunications sector, despite evidence that privatization increases competition in the market, improves efficiency, and also removes political interference, as it was the case when Nigeria privatized its telecommunications sector. Although Ethiopia's plan is to sell 40% of its shares, my hope is that moving forward, there would be a total privatization of that sector so that Ethiopians, especially those in rural locations, can have access to quality telecommunications services. Now to the third story. On the 10th of September, Sudan declared an economic state of emergency triggered by what the government refers to as a systematic vandalism on its currency. This is because inflation rate has been on the rise, escalating from 100% in May to 166% in August. The Sudanese government is therefore hoping to stem this tide by cracking down on black markets and illegal traders. However, in the middle of battling with multiple crises, the government has a plan to set up special economic courts to institute stronger currency control and tighter security at the airports and borders to curb smuggling. Obviously, this is a hard time for Sudan, and if you remember, these were the same hardships that caused the ousting of the former president Omar al-Bashir in 2019. I hope that the current government will be able to handle the multiple crises that the country is faced with and make the right economic decisions, because the survival of the country is dependent on it. And now to my last story, which is an interesting one from Cameroon, where the government has set plans to make all its public procurement fully online by 2023 as part of its digital economy agenda. Cameroon began the shift from paper-based contracting to online-based in 2018, but since then, a lot of hindrances have hampered progress in that line. So now, the country is partnering with a South Korean agency to achieve this goal. Although there is pessimism about Paul Biya's intentions, as his administration has often shut down internet, especially in the English-speaking regions of the country. Regardless, I think that this is a step in the right direction, and if done properly, will not only improve transparency in the procurement process, but also help to reduce corruption in the country. And that's it on this episode of Africa This Month. Thanks for watching. Please make your comments and share this with your friends.